as Hongbo brings it down on the left-hand side. We've got 30 seconds of added time left. Wrexham holding on to this lead given to them in the first 15 seconds of the match. Hongbo has a chance to win up Barnett now. He gets into the box. It's deflected and Okonkwo takes that comfortably. Furious Bramall is. He was unmarked inside and Hongbo just wouldn't look at him. And Wrexham, as the Wrexham fans continue to make unbelievable noise.
Well, he was coming on the overlap, Bramall, and made a brilliant run, but then he ends up running into him and causing him more problems than he should have done.
Well, there it is, the final whistle. And the Wrexham fans, they have been superb throughout, and they've seen Wrexham get a terrific away win against a very, very strong Rotherham side who have come into good form. Ironically, the goal coming in the first 15 or so seconds. Paul Mullin with a great finish from a fantastic Ryan Barnett cross on the right. And goodness me, that just feels like a huge result, and just our second away win of the season.
Yeah, you've taken the words straight out of my mouth, Mark. I was just about to say, it just feels big. That one feels really big. I think it's particularly at the end now where we're sort of hanging on in little bits and moments. Hongbo, I thought, came on and he gets that last one wrong, which is probably the biggest one of the game, but causes a lot of issues in the last 10 minutes or so in that game. But in the end, we hang on really well, and defensively another strong performance away from home, clean sheet. I think Phil Parkinson will be absolutely delighted with that.
Oh, too right. 3 points on the road when the last two performances haven't been up to where they've wanted them to be. And to score so early on, it gives you something to hang on to, doesn't it? It seems an age away, that goal, doesn't it, from now sitting here with a win. But they'll be delighted. The Wrexham players have worked so hard. Defensively, the three centre-backs and the two wing-backs worked so hard to look after the threats that Rotherham posed, and defended their 6-yard box brilliantly and cleared it when needed to, headed it when needed to, and they'll be delighted to come out with the 3 points and move on to the home game at Huddersfield at home on Tuesday night.
Yeah, the defence, in terms of any aerial threat, as Mullin is doing his celebration to the Wrexham end, the defence, until Hugo came on, were absolutely untroubled in the air, and I didn't really think, they got some good attacking talent, that the likes of Wilkes or Nombi really got very far against them. I thought that in terms of discipline we were good. There were spells in the first half and maybe we dropped into that mid-block for a bit too long, but we looked comfortable most of the time in doing that, and in the second half we got at them and could easily have scored more. That save by the keeper from Mullin particularly, a big moment.
Yeah, we've been good in the second halves of the games that we have drawn or lost previously, and so we came out really strong. I thought Rathbone, he made a big difference in that midfield. He's so electric in his movement and his dynamism to get that ball back in the press, and then that enables Dobson to go about his business. I thought he was great in the second half as well. They've given everything, and you can tell from the reaction at the end of the relief on their players' faces of how much they've given to get that win. It means so much to them, and good on them because they thoroughly deserve it. Yes, Rotherham huffed and puffed. They had a lot of possession but didn't really break our back three down and cause Okonkwo especially not too many problems, and like you said, we had a couple of half chances ourselves to extend that lead as well. It's a fabulous away performance.
Yeah, it's games like that that are just so pleasing, particularly for the behind the scenes staff, to just see how much these lads put into that game, not necessarily maybe on the ball too much, but the amount of work they've put into that, energy levels are absolutely through the roof, especially coming off the back of a little international break as well. We haven't played for a while. You want them levels to be straight back where they should be, and they've absolutely done that today. And I think they'll be getting on that bus home tonight very happy, and just hoping now they can replicate that again on Tuesday night.
Well, I mean, you're quite right to point out the backroom staff, and both of you have commented about consistently throughout the season about that spirit, which goes a lot further than just the players, of course. And I just think it was quite telling then. The back three and Barnett and Lee stayed after the celebration had ended because they were loving it so much. Parkin came in and they were hugging him and making a big fuss of him. He had such delight on his face. And then when the players have come in, then there's a row of backroom staff and they're all celebrating and they just look ecstatic, the whole lot of them, and that's just the team spirit that is taking us a long way, which Phil Parkinson has carefully curated, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a culture that they have created, and it comes from winning. obviously that helps, but that togetherness that group shows, the players on the pitch, the subs that aren't involved, the players that are in the stands, they all have to make sure that is part of, that they do their job in that group, whether you're in the team or not. But the fans as well, that incorporates the fans into that group, as well as the staff. You're encompassing the whole club, and that's come from 3 or 4 years of nurture, if you like, to this point where it is just one big movement, isn't it, of a juggernaut that's moving in the right direction.
Perfectly put, absolutely correct. I think that if you want to, obviously there's lots of positives to take from this for a Wrexham fan, but for me the biggest one, that was a hell of a finish.
That's the first time I've seen it, actually, and it's behind Mullin, and he just pulls it from behind him, hooks it in, and they're very easy to hit over the bar as well, and he's just hooked it in top corner. Fantastic.
He's got a lot of power
finish
on that. It'll be hard to get leverage on that, but the replay that they're actually showing now, he's done really well, hasn't he? Wow.
So early in the game as well.
But like I say, a sort of encouraging thing for Wrexham fans to reflect on is a bloke who can come on like Rathbone and look clearly so good for this level, can't get into our team. I mean, I know we've been saying that, but that really brought it home. I thought Rathbone was outstanding when he came on for his little 20-minute cameo, but he can't get in our side.
No, I mean, it wasn't an easy game to come onto either, is it? You know, I thought Andy Cannon did okay, and obviously hope that he's all right after going off for a few minutes in that first half. But I thought Ollie Rathbone today put a really good account out for himself, just worked hard, did the nitty gritty, but then also had some really good moments going forward. Had a good few moments of link up play with Paul Mullin and Stephen Fletcher as well, so he'll be really pleased with that, especially coming back here, his former club where he's quite clearly loved as well. So that's a really proud moment for him today as well. I think I'd just touch on as well, I thought away fans, I know they're always top, but today in particular I thought they were absolutely exceptional, and we're definitely a 12th man in that last few minutes for us today.
And as we just alluded to, there were spells in the first half and maybe we absorbed a bit too much pressure, and we came out, clearly Parkinson had said, I don't want to see that happen, I want to see us on the front foot, and the fans, whether they're picking up on that extra energy or just wanting to get behind the team after the first half, wanting to have a bit more energy, just were unbelievable throughout the second half. They never stopped singing. They were brilliant, weren't they? Absolutely amazing.
It's very easy to, when you score so early in a game, is to, especially away from home, sit, protect. We're ahead, we don't need to go, and they've got to come out to us. But I think Parkinson at half-time stated to the players, no, you can't. We can't sit that deep to a team like Rotherham with such good players. We've got to get out, we've got to get those second balls, and let's keep the ball ourselves. And they were certainly much better in the second half and worked so hard for each other. That gets you a win at this level.
Well, Rotherham, obviously a club who've been championship level last 2 years, and I'm sure they'll be right up there come the end of this season again. And I just think you look back at these type of games end of the season, and that's just a massive win. It feels like it already today, but I'm sure in a few weeks' time as well it'll look even bigger.
Well, I think the next 5 games are a real eye-opener for this league, and it'll sort of put us where we are, and we can see, because we've got some really big games coming up. To win the first one of those 5 just takes that little bit, and going home on Tuesday night just gives that little bit of pressure off the players, that you're not chasing that win, you can just keep the momentum flowing from this game, especially because he'll just be pointing out, Parkinson, you work that hard in every game from now to the end of the season, you're going to win more than you lose.
Exactly so. As the Wrexham fans have outlasted Taylor Swift, some are still slowly, reluctantly making their way home, because that was great fun. I've got a couple of hours of searching through the records to find goals scored in the first minute tonight, so I look forward to that. But all said that, I've got to say, I threw a heavy equipment case down the stairs of the stand before the match, and look how the game turned out. So I think that might become a regular habit. A regular habit.
I think so.
Yes.
It's a good luck charm, that.
Absolutely.
See how many people can take out.
Exactly so. Human 10-pin bowling. Absolutely. Brilliant stuff. Wrexham with an excellent away victory, 1-0 at Rotherham. I usually finish by saying with the final score of, and I realise I just said the final score, and what do I do now? I don't know what to do now. I've blown it. What a nightmare. There's no space now after saying that. With the final score of Rotherham United 0, Wrexham 1, we've been Mia Roberts, Andy Morrell and Mark Griffiths. I want to see Steve Evans' post-match press conference.